Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my channel for the first time, you're welcome. So in the previous video, we learned how to draft this cargo shirt pattern, and in this video I'll teach you how to go about the cutting, the sewing, how to go about the cargo pocket, the collar. Please stay to the end of this video, and please give me a like, share, leave a comment in the comment section, and please subscribe. Also, do not forget to click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. So let's get into the business of the day. I've transferred my pattern on my fabric. So these are my pattern. So let me explain what I have here. So this is my front piece, my back piece. So for my front piece, I have two pieces. So this is the back yoke. I have two, one for the lining and one for the main back. So I'm just going to work on the shirt first. So remember, we gave 2 inches for our fold in the front. Remember, at the front rather. So I'm just going to iron this straight. Please take note whenever you're getting a fabric, especially when it's white, make sure you check very well to be sure that no place has any stain. Like for me, I wasn't feeling too well when I purchased this, so I was just in a hurry just to get back home. So then I discovered I had there's some sort of dust, not a serious stain though, but if I had seen it earlier, I wouldn't have purchased this. So I'm just folding this. I folded it with 1.5 inch first. So after folding, I ironed. Then I'm folding it again. You can see what I did here by 1/2 inch. So just iron this very well. So this is a female shirt. So if it's for a male, the button is going to be on the right side. But it's for female, the button is going to be on the left side. Please take note. So for this part, this is the left side. So I'm going to measure 1.52. I'm just ironing this, following the 1.5. You have to be certain it's 1.5. Yes, we did we measured 2 inches for this folding part, but we measured here as we're ironing on the fabric by 1.5. Now the extra 0.5 inch I will have left is going to serve as an overlap for the button. Hope you get. So now this is a paper stay, a soft paper stay. You can use cloth gum if you want. So I'm just going to cut about 1.2 inches. I'll be doubling this. So I'll just cut 1.2 inches just to give that, just to lay it as an interface for this part. This is where our buttons will be. So I'm just going to separate this to have 2 pieces. Okay, so I'll iron this. If you're using a cloth gum, place the shiny part on top of this. Please take note, I'm ironing this on the wrong side of the shirt, not the right side, please. So then I'll fold it like this and just iron it flat. So I'm maintaining my 1.5. Then just as we did for the other front piece, I'm folding this by 1/2 inch again. Please, when doing this, make sure that this is covering the interface you have on the inside. Okay, so I'll put my hemming gum here just to give it a hold. So I'll just iron all the way to the end. Please take note to make use of your steam iron for this. So I'll just go ahead and iron. So as you can see, I have 2 front pieces. So I'm just going to stitch this. So after stitching, I'm going to iron again to make it flat and smooth. So I'm going to iron both the front and the back, that is the right side and the back side, just to make it flat. So I will do the same thing for the other side. You want to iron this very flat. Please advise when ironing, especially your bright colors, fabric. So you want to have a cover cloth, just any piece of cloth to place over it so it doesn't stain or become too shiny for those fabric that easily get shiny. To join the yoke, the back yoke to the main back, you need to pay attention. Watch what I'm doing here. Go ahead and notch the center of your pieces here. So I'm going to place the yoke here. This is going to serve as a lining. This is the back yoke, but the line of the back yoke. So I'm placing the right side here. You can see the right side facing me here. Then I'm placing the wrong side of the back piece on the right side of the yoke. Then I'm placing the right side of this main back yoke on the right side of the back. I don't know if you understand. So in a way, we are doing this so that by the time we stitch this and we turn this, like arrange the yoke to be the normal way it was before we cut this, you will have the right side facing you. Then when you turn the back side, that is the wrong side of the back, you will have the right side of the inner yoke facing you. Please ask questions if you're confused. So we'll be stitching this with 0.5 inch. Please do not stitch more than that. 0.5 inch. Just go ahead and stitch. Make sure you iron this very well. I'm ironing the right side and also the inner part. So if you take note, just because this is white, you would have noticed the difference here. So this is the inside of the back yoke, and this is the where it's going to be facing. Like when you put your shirt on, this is what people will be seeing at the back. Okay, so just go and stitch, just a straight stitch. So after stitching, I'm going to go ahead to iron this. Please, you need to iron. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to join the shoulders. So if you place the front piece like this, you'll notice that the back is longer. That's because of the 4 inches we came down with. So now to join the shoulders, let me show you. So we have 3 pieces at the shoulder. So I join the back yoke and the front piece together. Then I flip the other yoke for the back over the 2 pieces. So I'm going to explain this again when I'm sewing. So you just stitch this with 0.5 inch, nothing more, nothing less. So stitch with 0.5 inch all the way. With this method of joining your shoulder, by the time you're done, the stitch will be inside. You won't be able to see it even if you turn your shirt inward, or if you turn it to see the rough side or the wrong side. You will notice that the stitch for the shoulder, you can't see it. Okay, this is just a perfect technique of hiding your stitch for your shirt or your dress, with whatever you're making. So I'm just going to explain this other part on the sewing machine. So let's head to the sewing machine. So I'll be stitching with 0.5 inch, like I said earlier. Just stitch all the way. Make sure that the 3 pieces here are together. Okay. So just go ahead and back stitch. So let me cut my thread and show you what I was trying to explain, or what I explained earlier. So I'm going to put this inside, you see. Then I'll go ahead and I'll stitch over it, the top stitch like this, a very straight stitch, because you know this is going to be showing. So I'm doing this on the right side of my shirt. That's the shirt, the side that people will see. Okay, so just go ahead and cut this. So you can see what I have here. So I'll repeat this so that you understand. So this is what I was trying to explain. I have these 2 pieces here at the shoulder for my back yoke, you see here. Then I have 1 piece for the front. So I'll just join it like this. Then I'll flip this one over like this. So it's not difficult. I'll just go ahead and stitch. The reason why I'm pinning this down is because of just tutorial sake. You can go ahead and just stitch. Okay, so just make sure that the 3 pieces here are together so that your clothes or your shirt doesn't come out looking funny. All right, So I'll again turn this inward. You can see what I have on the inside and outside. So again, we're going to iron. As usual, we're going to iron a whole lot. So I just decided to speed up this ironing part. So if you take note of the neckline, you see that the neck is laying flat as it should be. Remember when we were drafting this shirt, remember what we did to the back neck. Okay, the back neckline, remember what we did to it. So this is where you know that you're on point. You see how well the neck is. So I'm just going to do some trimming here just to return that curve I had at the front. It's supposed to be at least half inch less than that of the back. Okay, so I'm just trying to measure what I have here, then we'll go ahead and cut our sleeve. I'll cut both sleeves together, so I'm just going to fold this into equal half like this, just to get the midpoint. I'll iron so everything lays flat. So I'll repeat the same thing for this other one. Just fold this into two, then go ahead and iron to get it flat. All right, so after getting your measurement, that's your armhole measurement, I'm going to go ahead to mark a line here, which is going to serve as my starting line. So from this line here, I'm going to come down by 4.5 inches. You may use 5 inches if you want. So I'm just going to have a straight line here. Then I will put you can go ahead to put half of your armhole measurement here, but I'm just coming in here by 4.5 inch. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the midpoint. Then you're going to put half of your round bicep on this line, this second line we have here. So you just go ahead, divide your round bicep measurement by 2. Then whatever you have, go ahead and place it on this line here. So I'll just mark it here. Then I'll connect this like a curve. I'm not sure if you can see this. So I just follow the curve from that first line. I went across the half of whatever we have there, then I connected to my half of my bicep there. So I'm going to come down here by 2 inches rather for my folding allowance. So I just subtracted 1 inch from what I have as half of my bicep, or you can make use of whatever measurement you want here. So this is all for our sleeve. So we'll just go ahead and cut this. So the sleeve length I have here is actually 9 inches. Then I added 2 inches for my folding allowance. Okay, that should be the length of your short sleeve. So I'm going to fold here. That is my 2 inches folding allowance here, because I want to fold the sleeve before I go over to the sewing machine to stitch it down. So I'm just maintaining the 2 inches I have here. After laying this flat, so if you have a tailor's clapper, please use it. So I'm going to fold this again by ½ inch here. So I'm just laying this flat. So if you have a tailor's clapper, you can make use of it so that your ironing stays flat. All right, I forgot mine. I don't have it here with me. So I'm going to also add my hemming gum, just place it in between here. So I'm just going to do this. For those who do not want to stitch this, it's fine, but I'm just doing this to give me, I don't know how to explain it, but when you stitch your hemming gum on your sleeve, it gives this part of the sleeve extra thickness and firmness. So that's what I was going for here, because I'm still going to stitch this. I just wanted that thickness at the folded part of my sleeve. So do this on the other part. So this is what I have. So I'm just trying to get the midpoint of my sleeve. I like doing this. So I'll repeat the same thing on this sleeve. Again, I'm going to iron this to get the midpoint. So let's head over to a sewing machine so I can show you how to attach your sleeve. So this is what I have. So let's attach it to our shirt. You can see the way I'm turning this. So I'm going to place my shirt like this. So I'm just trying to make sure I have the same thing here. So I'm just going to go ahead to join the ends here. So make sure you notch the center of your sleeve if possible. So I'm just arranging this the way I believe it should be. So we'll be stitching with 0.5 inch, that is joining the sleeve to the shirt with 0.5 inch. Nothing less, nothing more. So after ironing my sleeve, this is what I have. So make sure you iron your sleeve. The next thing we're going to work on now is our pocket. From this shoulder here, come down by 8.5 inches. Then I'm going to join this center here. Let me pin it, or let me pin them down. Okay, so from the stitch line I have here, I'm going to go out by 1.5 inches. So I'm going to repeat the same thing here. I'll go out by 1.5 inches. Make sure you measure at least 8.5 inch from your shoulder. So remember, we have two pockets to fix here. Okay, so these are my pieces for my pocket. So here I have about 9.5 inch and 8.5 inches rather. So I'm just going to go ahead to get the midpoint of this pocket for both pockets here. So I'm going to repeat the same thing here just to get the midpoint. So we'll be doing this next step on the right side of our fabric. Okay, we're trying to get that cargo pocket, right? So from this center here, I'm going to go in by 1.25 inch. I'm going to do that all the way. I'll repeat the same thing on the other pocket, 1.25 from here all the way down. So we're going to be stitching this. This is what I have after stitching. So we're just going to go ahead to open this up and iron. See the way I'm ironing this. So we need this to be flat. I did the same thing on this other part of my pocket. So I'm just going to iron this. Please make use of your steam iron. Okay, I'm just going to lay this flat, iron very well. So this is how we get that cargo pocket effect. So I'll fold this by ½ inch and fold it again. Then I'm going to run a stitch. All right, so just fold like this, then fold again. Then you run a straight stitch. So I'm just going to iron this just to help me or make the folding easier. So you want to do the same. So I'll repeat the same thing here. Iron it out. So I'm just going to go ahead to iron this. I've already gone ahead to fold this. So I'm going to make the width of my pocket 5.5 inches. So I'm taking out the folding allowance on the sides. So make sure your width is at least 5.5 inches. So I'll put the same thing here and also here. Okay, and here as well. So I'm going to fold this. So the length of my pocket here, I decided to make it 7 inches. So I'll be folding this in. Then I'm going to iron it the way I want it to be. After ironing, this is what I have. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this on my shirt. So I'm making use of this to place on my shirt. So place your pocket where you have that 1 inch, 1.5 inch from the center stitch. So place your pocket there. So the depth of the pocket, that is from the shoulder to where your pocket is going to start from, is at least 8.5 inches. So make sure you have the same 1.5 inch at the top and also at the lower part of your pocket and also at the center, just so your pocket comes out looking nice and accurate. So I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same thing here. Please use your pin to secure this so that your pocket doesn't move. So I'll be using hemming gum here. So I'll divide this hemming gum, then attach it under so that my pocket doesn't move before I go to the sewing machine to stitch. So it's going to help hold your pocket in place so that when stitching your pocket doesn't move. Hope you understand. So I'm just using my pin to secure the center of my pocket. So this is what I have. The next we're going to work on is our collar. So to get your collar, you're going to measure around your neck, the neck of your shirt. So go round and measure whatever you have, just put it down. So we're going to be drafting our collar on an interface. So I'll be making use of stiff neck. Some people know it as collar stay. So I'm going to be making use of it for my collar. So this is what I have after stitching. Let me zoom it in a bit so you can see. So we'll just fold this and iron this. I'm going to place a cover cloth over this. Like I mentioned earlier, you need your cover cloth rather. Just any piece of cloth, just so that you can iron. Don't iron this flat. So I folded this collar following that line, that stitch we have at the center of the collar. So I'm just using that to fold this. So just iron the collar first so that it can be folded, because our collar is supposed to be folded, not straight. Hope you get, not standing. So we are just going to iron all the way. So after doing this, the next thing we're going to do is just to stitch our sides, that is to close our shirt on the side. Use your sewing allowance, please, to stitch. Okay, so just go ahead and stitch. So after that, we'll go ahead and hem the shirt. This is what I have after ironing. So the next one we're going to do is to hem this. So just fold this like this, then fold it again. Just fold it all the way till you meet the other end. Fold it like this and like this. After fixing my buttons, I then realized that my pocket covers were missing. It was really funny. So I'll be uploading a video on how to go about the pocket cover and also how to go about the collar. Thank you for watching. If you got value from this video, please give me a like, share this video, comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Until next time, bye.